All right, hey guys. So tonight, it is Sunday night, July 9th. We are heading to Summit this week, and I wanted to do this call tonight to prep everyone for Summit, meaning work-wise. Like, what are we doing? While we're at Summit, how are we working? And when for the people who are at home, what should they be doing working? So I kind of wanted to. I took like a bunch of notes today. Let me make sure everyone is muted. Okay. So I took a bunch of notes today, just kind of giving ideas, just kind of coming up ideas with how we want to do this. But I also just kind of wanted to chat with you guys too and see if there's anything else that you can think of. But I want to make sure the team in New Orleans and the team at home are like ready. So this is a huge launch week. They're launching it while we're at Summit, but there's nothing we can do about that. So we have to capitalize. We have to make sure we're doing everything leading up to that. So tonight, what I did is I went live in my challenge group and I went live on my Facebook page just talking about Shift Shop. People in my challenge group haven't moved over to our Team Passion Shift group, so I'm like, why haven't they moved over? So I kind of went live. I guess I'm going to purchase a challenge pack and move over, so I think going live as much more as you can from now till the end of time is going to be huge. Mark actually read something. He's my research guy, but he read something today that by 2020, Facebook is going to be all video, because all the millennials are leaving Facebook to do Snapchat and Instagram, and so Facebook needs to keep up with that. So they're looking to be all video by 2020. So we've got to kind of change with that time frame. And make sure that we're doing videos too, because they do get the most play. And it's fun to interact with people while you're doing a live video, like as they're jumping on, as they're asking questions. It's pretty fun. It can be distracting at first, and you can totally lose your train of thought, but it can also be fun, and you get better and you get easier at it. So basically, I just want to kind of go over my notes here. This morning, I was just like, okay, what can we do? What can we talk about? How can we make sure everybody's kind of doing what they need to do for this week? So you definitely, getting ready for Shift Shop, you definitely want to be doing daily posts about Shift Shop. So I know I say do 3 posts a day, and they're gonna be different, but Shift Shop has to be one of them every single day. I've lost followers and friends over this past, since May, that I've been doing Shift Shop and doing a video every day, but what can I say? Like, there's nothing, you can't worry about that. You just kind of have to keep going and figuring out who's going to stay with you and who's not. Live videos. You want to share those success stories. So they're all in that event. We did one whole thread where everybody in the Surge event shared their before and afters. So you can go to your events and go to the past and go to that Surge event and pull up all those success stories. So I've saved all of them to like my desktop, so I have them. So you want to be sharing success stories. You want to share your story and your plan. So you don't necessarily have a Shift Shop story yet, but it's coming. So you want to talk about in live video and in posts, like what you're hoping to get out of it. So everybody in our Shift Shop Team Passion group has introduced themselves and have told us what they want to get out of this program. And a lot of it is, I want to focus 100% on my nutrition. I want to make a mental shift. So share that with your audience. Tell them, like, we're about to start this amazing program. This is what I'm hoping to get out of it. This is where I've been for the past year, and now this is where I want to take my fitness. This is where I want to take my mental game. Whatever your story is, but talk about where you are now, what you're hoping to get out of Shift Shop, and what the future holds. So kind of like your story with Beachbody, you want to talk about what life was like before Beachbody, what life like, how you found Beachbody, and what life's like now, and what the future holds. Same thing with Shift Shop. Like, look at the past, talk about it, because people want to hear the struggle, but then they want to hear what you're doing to fix it, and then they want to hear the happy ending, right? So make sure that you're always sharing pieces of your story that have that kind of related, like the struggle, the plan, how you got out of it, and then the happy ending. So message all of your personally sponsored customers and coaches and make sure they're in our Team Passion Shift Shop group. This is going to be probably the most powerful challenge group you have ever been involved in. Not only because this is the most amazing program ever, because everyone's going to have personal development every day with doing the workouts, but because we're all starting the same program all on the same day for the very first time together. We're committing to doing the nutrition plan. Like there's just going to be, like, as coaches, I want you to truly focus in that group on being a challenger. Like that's it. Like you got to be present every day there anyway, because you want your coaches and your customers to see you present in there. So do that. Be a challenger. Follow up with everyone who has expressed any interest in anything that you've been doing for the past however many years you've been doing this. Like, find that list of people who were once in your 10 and play and just be a follow-up maniac this entire week before you leave for New Orleans, when you get on the plane, while you're in New Orleans, or if you're going to be at home, just you have got to be a follow-up maniac this week. So what's going to happen in New Orleans is there's going to be on Thursday night, the opening night, that's where they cover all of the announcements. Okay, so anything that's coming that's big, it's all going to happen that night. I haven't seen the link yet, but I'm sure there's going to be a live stream. So for those of you who are at home, you're going to be able to watch the live stream of all the announcements. So you're going to be hearing it the same time we're hearing it. So that's going to be pretty powerful. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to come live in the page when I get back to my hotel that night and recap everything that happened for you guys. And I'll probably do it in a post. I plan on making this New Orleans summit a very working summit for me. Like, I can't lose any of this momentum that's happening with Shift Shop. We can't lose any of this momentum that's happening with Shift Shop. I'm not a big partier. I'm in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock when I'm here, so I don't plan on changing that. I'm like 41. There's no way I'm going to all of a sudden become a 21-year-old this week, right? So I do definitely plan on working, obviously completely up to, I'm not saying you can't go out. Obviously, you're in New Orleans. Many of you are kid-free. Live it up. But I will be coming in when we get home that night, because it'll probably be late. I will be coming in and sharing everything in a recap so that you guys know kind of what's happening. But you're able to watch the live presentation even from home, which will be great. On Thursday, a bunch of us are going to be getting together for lunch, for those of us who are at Summit. But I don't know, tomorrow, Lauren and Mark are going to sit down and kind of figure out where that's going to be. And going to go through that post of everybody that said, yep, I'm in. So we're going to figure out how many people that is and call a place and see if we can get somewhere. So stay tuned for that, for those of you going there. But either before lunch or after lunch, probably after, whoever can stick around for a little bit, we're gonna do a live sneak peek on Facebook. So we are going to, and basically what I'm gonna have you guys do is share your story in like a minute or two on my camera. So I'm just gonna have like however many of you are there, I'll introduce you, and then you're gonna share what life was like before Beachbody, how you found Beachbody, and what life is like now, like in a minute or two. So we're going to do a live sneak peek. So basically what's going to end up happening is, just like the surge the other night, you're going to go to my page while you're on, while people are being interviewed, you're going to go on your phone and you're going to see the live thing, and then you're going to share it to your news feed so that everybody that you're friends with will watch that. So this is happening whether you're at home or whether you're in New Orleans. We're all going to be doing a live sneak peek with everybody's story from New Orleans all together as a team. Bless you. I could just see it. And then, you know, so that's going to be pretty exciting. So I'm excited about that. I saw someone post it in another page that they were going to do that. They were all, I was like, oh, that's a brilliant idea. So let's steal it and do it too. Something that I'm doing in the Ship Shop group. So this is another reason why you got to get all your coaches and customers in this group. As I'm sharing the value of everybody having their agility markers, everybody using Energize, Recovery, Shakeology, needing the sandbag for week 5. So those are things that people are going to purchase on top of already having the all access. I also share that they get it for 10% off, you know, so I'm sharing like that they get it for their discount. But that's going to drive volume. So that's another reason why you want your people in there, because I'm selling it for you. So you're not having to really do it, right? I'm giving away agility markers for everyone who is purchasing an all access challenge pack. And I went live today and I made it a priority because I said I have to get it in the mail tomorrow because I leave for New Orleans on Tuesday. So I had 3 sets left. Now I have 2 sets left, and someone else committed to doing it tonight. So I may only have 1 set left. So I went live with this urgency of needing them to purchase their all access challenge pack as soon as possible before I leave for New Orleans so I can get them their agility markers out. Okay, of course you can place an order and send it to them, you know, after, if they do it after the fact, but let's make it like, oh my God, you have to do this. So so that worked for me. Be a challenger, yes. Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all my notes. So for those of you coaches who are going to New Orleans, you know, look at your schedule, look at what time everything ends, and I would figure out like, okay, like how are you gonna share? Are you gonna share from the sessions? Are you gonna share? Usually for me, I'm sharing like real time, like as stuff's happening. So Thursday, my news feed will be like crazy as all the announcements are happening. I might do a recap of everything on my personal page as well as on the Team Passion page, but I will definitely tell everybody what's coming. So for those of you who are at home, you know, same thing on Thursday. You want to be, oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to hear a ton, like hype it up. We're going to hear a ton of announcements tonight. Stay tuned to my page. I want to make sure you don't miss out. Like just hype up Thursday night for sure to make sure everybody stays tuned to your page. And then Friday and Saturday we'll be in workshops, you know, all of that stuff. So we'll be learning stuff. So be taking your notes and then be strategic about what you want to post on social media, what you're learning. You know, I like to share a ton about, you know, what I'm learning personal growth wise. I don't really share a ton of like super trainers and all of that excitement. Because I want to attract business people into my page and they're not really going to care about the celebrity type stuff. So just be cautious of what you're sharing. Like don't have it be all about the workshops and all about the celebrity trainers. Like that's exciting and fun, but hello, Brendan Burchard, Darren Hardy, and Shalene Johnson that are going to be pouring into you, right? Like, so those are the things I want you to be thinking about sharing on your news feed. And again, I will continue with suggested posts all week the best I can while I'm still in New Orleans or while I'm traveling to get you ready kind of for the day. And then Saturday night, you guys, that'll be another point where it'll be live streamed. So if you're at home, you can watch this too. This is the night that the people win the money, the big, the $100,000. This is where everybody cries. This is like the stories are amazing, you know. So you might want to go live during a segment there where there's a story being shared on the screen. You know, you don't have to do all of it, but maybe a story, you know, just hold up and go live on your screen from there so that people can see the success story of somebody. Same thing if you're at home, you're going to be watching it, so you could, share the live feed to your Facebook, to your news feed, so that people can see that part. People are going to want to see that part where the challenge winners are happening, because that's huge, huge, huge. And then Sunday when we get home, take that time on the plane. Take that time to review your notes. That'll be where you have your highlighter, where you're like rewriting your notes. What is my action plan when I get home? What am I going to do? Why is this time going to be different? Why is this summit going to be the different time for me that I'm going to rock this business and change it? What do I want out of this? And just kind of take your entire plane ride home and work, because you're going to be excited. You're going to be ready. You're going to be energetic. You're going to want to sleep, but don't. Work, journal, highlight, rewrite notes, come up with an action plan. If you're flying with someone, just coordinate, talk to each other about how you're going to do this. What's our plan? How are we going to, what are we doing? Make sure you're getting ready for Shift Shop on Monday, so you're still talking about Shift Shop all week. Just don't worry about overwhelming your audience, because not everyone's going to see everything at all of your stuff, right? Like you may go live at 8 a.m. and then 8 p.m. and they're going to be completely different audiences. So don't stress about that. I think people are like, I don't want to post so much. It's different people that are seeing your stuff at different times. So don't worry about that piece. And just tell people, hey, I'm heading to New Orleans for our annual Coach Summit. Be prepared for a lot of amazing stuff on my page. If you're, interested in positive, inspirational stuff, then stay close to my page. If you don't want to see it, you know where to stay away from. Whatever. Like, just be funny. Just be you. Just tell people what's coming so that they're not like, what just happened? Tell people what's about to come and what you're about to share. Still be inspirational, still be entertaining, still share. You're definitely going to want to share the super workout and all that. Like, you're definitely going to need, get a selfie, whatever you need to show that happening. But you definitely want to be a sharing machine, whether you're at home or at Summit. Thursday night, Saturday will be streamed, so you can, from home, do this. This is not the time to just be like, all right, I'm going to wait till after Summit, and then I'm going to start working and seeing what's happening and tell everybody what's going on. No, the entire time, working this entire week, today, tonight, tomorrow, before you leave, the day you leave, on the plane, when you're coming home. Everybody that's at home, we need you to keep the Team Passion page going. If you see that I've missed suggested posts, then help us out. Like, help me out. And if you're at home, like, post some suggestions. Oh, Nicole, it seems like Nicole, maybe didn't have time today, so here's what I just decided to post at 9 a.m. And just keep that page going. Keep it exciting. We need you at home as much as, more than ever this week for us that are in New Orleans and aren't going to have that consistency of being able to post at the times that we need to. We'll all have our portable chargers, but our phones will probably die at some point. So we might need you to, take the reins over, make sure the team's excited, make sure everything's happening. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have. Do you guys have any ideas or anything that you want to add? Did anything come up as I was sharing? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. We will see you. I'm seeing all of you in New Orleans, right? Except Kelly, but I can't see Kelly. She's on the phone. But Kelly, I hope that I see Kelly next year, because I got to meet Kelly and give her a big hug. So awesome. So I will see you ladies in New Orleans, and everybody else that I will see. I can't wait. And then everybody else at home, make sure you capitalize on this excitement. Just because you're at home, don't be a party pooper and wish you were there. Just get to work and make sure you plan to be there next year. So, all right, have an amazing night. Can't wait to shift with all of you. And this is going to be such a great rest of the few weeks, and then take us into an amazing rest of the year. All right, good night, guys.